Hello buddy, StarCraft here again for some more Iron Squid 2 action, and this time it is going to be between, yet again, MKP, just because I love him, he's such a cutie pie, spawning as the Yellow Terran up here in the top left of Ahana, and down in the bottom right, it is none other than Brown, as this turquoise Protoss, very fetching color here, turquoise. I feel like it works wonders for Protoss, but this is going to be a PvT. And that makes me excited because I'm getting sick of TVZs, man. Casted a few of them my last few games. And just watching, you know, Stefano and Scarlet absolutely own these poor Terran players. It just eats me up inside. So I miss my Protoss, and now I'm gonna get my fix. MKP, you know him, you love him, the South Korean player. Known for his super greedy builds, his crazy builds, and his pretty go-to Marine Micro, hence Marine King Prime, and Mr. Brown, Brown the Bear, Brown Town. I don't really know a good nickname for him. He is a fairly unknown Korean player. I mean, sure, he qualified for this tournament, but he hasn't had heaps of success. He hasn't won too much money. Fun fact about Browntown is he is actually a part-time pro gamer and studies. So, you know, he's got this little thing called life going on. Not to say that pro gamers do not have a life, as who does not want to play video games for a living? That's not a bad living. Indeed, right now MKP is going to be getting this gas straight after barracks, so maybe he's not going to go for a fast expand. Maybe we're going to see a 1-1-1 or something like that from him. I cannot know. Only time will tell. And I just want to mention quickly here, as things are getting opened up pretty standy-danded, is, oh my god, it is hot in Sydney today. We're having like something like 120 bushfires going on in New South Wales. It's 42 degrees Celsius here at the moment. I don't know what that is for yo Americans with your Fahrenheit, but it is goddamn hot. So if I pass out from heat stroke in the middle of this cast, you guys know why, and you cannot blame me for that. Not that that would be the worst thing I've done in a cast, as I'm pretty damn terrible. But we'll see what's going on. Orbital Command just finishing up, as well as that Cyber Core. See what build these players want to go. So far, Brown's kind of kept it as standard as it gets, getting out that Stalker. Before Zealot though, so that's kind of interesting. What he wants to spend that extra minerals on is chronoing both of the Warp Gate and that Stalker. MKP going to be getting up his second racks as well as his reactor, so he loves his Marines, man. And he's going to be pumping those out. Probably going to get Tech Lab on that second racks there. But oh my god, did I mention, guys, it is hot. It is getting too hot, as Ghost would say. And I feel I cannot say that enough. I do not have air conditioning. Oh, that probe getting taken out there pretty standy quickly. Factory going to be going down now for MKP, as well as that second gas. Yeah, man, I have no air conditioning here. Australia's hot. All you bros in the northern hemisphere are like, oh man, I wish I had the heat right now. It's so cold in winter, blah, blah, blah. You do not want this heat, man. Trust me. It is so hot, you can barely even function. But I got to cast, man. I cannot stop casting. I like this pylon placement here. Warping in the low ground and scouting out those drops. Going to be getting up a robo. So this is pretty much, you know, pretty standard stuff you see in PvT quite a lot. Getting up the robo is kind of the safest bet for expanding after those two gates. But it looks like MKP is going to be putting on quite a lot of early Marine pressure. As he does have that reactor, he's got his tech lab getting in stim. He's getting up his tech lab on his factory. So maybe we're going to be seeing Siege Tank Marine early pressure. And Brown, he's just playing normally. He's getting up his expansion, getting out an Immortal for defense. But Immortals aren't that great against Marines. I mean, they're pretty good in Siege Tanks, but we are not going to see them yet. And we do have a starport on the way for those medivacs, no doubt. So MKP, man, he looks like he's going for it here. He hasn't expanded at all. He's going to be putting on a lot of one-base pressure. And this is kind of one of those builds where if it doesn't work out, you're kind of screwed. So in a way, it's kind of an all-in because you're just going to be out macroed, as Brown's expansion is going to be finishing up relatively soon. But Brown sees all these Marines, man. He knows what's going on. See how he reacts to this. He's probably going to drop a few more additional gateways once he gets enough money. He's going to be getting out another Immortal, as well as moving on into the middle with these sentries. A lot of sentries, actually. So I don't know if this is some little sentry Immortal all in that he's kind of transitioning into. But already we see a tank and we see siege mode on the way. So MKP is definitely going for it here. Getting out one medivac with that starport, not even bothering to get the add-on. And Brown caught out in the middle. This is not where you want to be. Forced to use those force fields defensively. This is what I was saying about Immortals not being great against Marines. Looks like he is going to lose this Immortal here. Guardian Shield going down, more force fields to try and keep it alive. Oh, but it does get taken out there. And MKP right now, his army supply, man, is pretty darn big. A lot of sentries here are going to be able to force field this ramp and hold off this push for quite some time. Nice pylon up here with the observer. Does let you, I don't know if you can warp in stuff up there, if there's enough diameter with that. Oh, force field's going down there. Doing a pretty good job, actually. This Immortal is going to take out this tank, and MKP maybe being a bit overzealous there with this engagement. Did lose a lot of Marines, lost that tank, and is going to be pushed on out of here, and he does not have a CC up yet, so he's going for it right now. Stims forward to try and take out this Immortal. Is on very low life though, although is losing a lot of Marines, and doesn't end up taking out that Immortal. So Brown doing a pretty good job. And what's this? It did allow him to warp and things on the high ground, so he was harassing with Zealots, reducing that income, pulling those SCVs off the line. So pretty sweet move there from Brown. This is what you gotta do, man. And Ohana rarely lends itself to this kind of play, using that observer to warp in Zealots up there. So take a trick out of Brown's book, Protoss players, man. That's something you can definitely do to put on harassment without even being forced to get a warp, what's it called, a warp thingy. Oh my god, I just had a massive mental blank. You know, the warp thingy that flies around. That's a pretty awesome description, isn't it? It looks like Brown is going to become the aggressor right now, blocking in MKP in his base. His Immortal's going to go forward and try and take, oh, they do two-shot in that siege tag right there. So MKP's in a world of hurt right now. He only has a few Marines, couple medivacs, stims to try and take this out. But Brown, man, his army supply is shooting up to almost double MKP's. Tank going to be sieging up, although, ooh, Brown's army nicely just out of the diameter there. He's going to work down that supply depot. And MKP, I don't know if he can hold on right now. Does take out that reactor as well, which is such a pain, as those do take quite a while to build back. But Brown, he's making his move. He is getting that brown poop and spreading it all over MKP. This pylon is going to get taken out. I don't know if you can see the probe right there. Oh yes, you can. That obviously cannot reach it. But Brown, he's feeling pretty good. MKP is only getting up his expansion right now. His army supply, boom, way down. His worker supply, quite a bit down as well. So we'll see what he decides to do, if he's going to drop down that support bay or robotics bay. Support bay, man, that's old school brood war. Oh yeah, yeah. I like these pylons. Well, pylon, only one pylon over there. And this observer, still doing good, pretty good job. Brown, I mean, MKP isn't going to scan. He probably knows that's there. I don't know if he wants to save his energy. Doesn't even have enough energy for a scan. We'll see. We'll see if he uses that 50 energy to take out this observer. Ooh, no, he's not. Instead, he is going to use it to drop down another mule. That CC finishing up right now is getting our siege tanks, which are very good in defensive position. But oh my gosh, 4 Immortals. They're easily going to deal with those siege tanks. And we'll see right now if Brown decides to take this expansion here, as he did take out those rucks. Does have a few additional gateways now. Getting out those Colossus. Oh yeah, yeah. So it looks like he did get that. Where is that robotics bay? Where is it? Where is it, Brown? Oh my god, am I blind? Have I completely missed it? Where the hell is that robotics bay? Oh, there it is. In the DT position. Or the Dark Shrine position. Even fooling me. Oh my gosh, but that's not very hard. Indeed. And that CC is down for MKP, but look at the supply, man. Oh, just don't know how MKP is going to come back from this. And Brown's going to start moving out with his first Colossus here. And he knows exactly what he's up against. MKP going to stim to bail on out of here, try and get the high ground advantage and use those siege tanks defensively. But we'll see if Brown decides to move in right now. And keep in mind, this is game of 3, so I'm going to go ahead and cast the second game after this, because I love a PvT, and PvT loves me. Not really. Factory going to get a scout, but is it too late? Splash damage from this Colossus is ridiculous against those Marines, which are only getting 1-1 up now. Oh, that's not too good. Although Brown doesn't have any upgrades anyway, so he is going to go for it. Those Immortals going to start honing down these siege tanks, as that's what they're good at doing, man. And these Zealots going to try and get up in these Marines' face. This Colossus doing quite a lot of damage, going uncontested. SCV's forced to be pulled off the line. Guardian Shield even getting up in that. And I feel like MKP is going to go down this first game. Can he come back in the second game? I do not know. As these two Marauders, I was going to say have to work magic, but there is the GG from MKP in Korea. You know, in Korea, they have to do compulsory war service. It's pretty crazy. I'm not sure if it's 2 years. I think it might be, but I think you have to do that before you're 30. You have to go join the army. Conscription, man. So, yeah, that's fun fact of the day. But pretty sweet game. Brown holding off that early pressure. And like I said, MKP going for that one base kind of all in a way, because otherwise you just fall so behind in the macro. But if you dug this game, please subscribe. And I'm going to go ahead and cast game 2. Oh my god, did I mention it's hot? It is so hot right now. But I will see you guys next time.